It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Okay, we're ready to start our post-race press conference with the winning team, the Lowe's 48 Chevrolet winning team. Rick Hendrick got his 6th car owner victory in this event. Jimmie Johnson, our 2-time champion, is now a 2-time champion of the All-State 400 at the Brickyard. Rick, why don't you open up first and just tell us how it feels today after this race?
Oh, it's an unbelievable feeling to win this race, and you know, after practice, Jimmie was so confident, and it looked like early on we had a good car, and we're just worried about not getting in any trouble and getting the race to finishing the race. And it's a great day here, and it's good to win it 6 times. But I mean, he's been on a tear, and we needed that. The organization does to get ready for the chase. So I'm really proud of him and the whole organization. We all ran good. They all ran good. So.
All right, Jimmie Johnson. We have a little moment here from IMS President Joey Chitwood.
Hey, how are you doing?
On behalf of the Home of Georgia family staff at the Speedway, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We not only take care of the driver, we take care of the owner. Awesome. There's your ring.
Thank you, sir. We can't afford duplicates, so we really appreciate this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a little heavy.
Sorry. We appreciate it. Chad, this is mine.
Joey, thank you.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, Jimmie, why don't you go ahead and tell us about it today. It's a great effort.
Yeah, it was. We the first 3 quarters of the race, it seemed that we could really run any pace that we needed to and pass guys and kind of control the race. But at the end, I don't know if the 11 and 99 were just kind of waiting for the right time to get aggressive with their race pace. But those guys really matched our pace and were tough to race with. I was behind the 11, and I thought I could get by him maybe 2 stops from the end, and blistered the right retire and wore it out just trying to get by him, and that didn't work out. And Chad had a great strategy to keep 4 tires on the car, keep those left sides as fresh as possible. And I got up to, I guess, 2nd or 3rd for that last pit stop, and we had an awesome pit stop and got us out, and off we went. So Carl put a lot of pressure on me at the end there. I have to commend him and how hard he was driving. And I think it was a good race there at the end. Those last 7 laps were white-knuckled, to say the least.
Chad, your general thoughts on your 2nd victory here at Indy?
Generally, it's pretty cool. I'll be quite honest. It's kind of neat, because we did start off a little bit slow this season, and we've been working really hard at Hendrick Motorsports collectively as a group, from everything from the engine shop to the body hanging department to our chassis shop, and even everybody in the 248 shop in general. But we really focused on this race. We really wanted to come in here and run well. I spent the majority of last week working on it along with my team, and really didn't take a whole lot of time off just so we could come here and work and try to get this race. So to be able to come here and capitalize on a lot of good things was really neat. Like I said, it was a big collective effort on everybody's part. And, man, the race itself was bizarre to say the least. And that's one thing about this team that I love the most, actually, is that whether it's Lowe's Motor Speedway where there's a tire issue and you have to do things as a team to try to manipulate the strategy and win a race, or it's here at Indy where we're having tire problems, whatever it may be, it seems like our team really bites in deep and really gets a hold of things and is successful. So I was really proud of it.
Questions for our champions. We'll try to alternate between sides. Tom, go ahead.
Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Congratulations, guys. Chad, you guys have been ferocious finishers down the stretch run the last few years. And as you noted, you started a little bit slower this year. The last few weeks you've picked it up. And this week, from the time you guys rolled off the trailer until now, you were far and away the dominant car. Are you guys ready to make the kind of stretch run that you've made the past couple years? And, are you ready to dethrone the 18 after the year he's had for the first half?
Yeah, I think that, if you look at the races, not necessarily the finishes, but the races themselves over the course of the last 10, 12 weeks, we've been right there. And that's everywhere from, Loudon to Daytona to Lowe's Motor Speedway, all the racetracks we've run pretty competitively. So I think that any racetrack that we go to right now, I'm very proud to say that I feel like that we can run top 5 speeds. And if you can do that, and you can do that on a weekly basis, then you're going to be in a position to try to go for a championship. And I think that we're there now. Jimmie and I have spoken about a lot the way that we want things to develop. And I'm not saying that we're comfortable and we're going to start relaxing. I can promise you that. We're digging in pretty deep. I'm making the poor kid get up and test tomorrow morning, in Road Atlanta. So we're getting we're not stopping by any means, but I think that we do have a shot to go out there and compete with those guys on a weekly basis.
David Poole, Charlotte Observer. There are mudders. This is an old horse racing term. Horses that run well on an off track. And you mentioned it, Chad, that sometimes you guys are good when there's adversity. Is there a trick to that? Is there a trick to looking at that as an opportunity and saying, hey, somebody gonna give those trophies to somebody today? It might as well be us. Is that the mindset when it's a bizarre race like this?
I think that when I look at, from a driver's standpoint, when I look at tracks that are real forgiving and repaved, you see a bulk of, majority of the field is fast and can get it done. I mean, everybody's courageous and brave and committed to going fast. But when you get to technical tracks or technical situations, I think there's a handful of teams and drivers that kind of rise to the top. And I always wanted to be that guy, and I feel like I am that guy, and we are that team. It's just something that just the way we think, and we're in it for the long haul. We're not looking for quick gains. I mean, we took 4 tires today more than anyone. I mean, we went out there and we stuck to a plan, and we were smart about it, and smart about how I was driving my car and not wearing the tires off of it. So for whatever reason, there's just certain tracks or certain teams that can perform in those situations, and I'm proud to say that this team's one of them.
Bob Margolis, Yahoo Sports. To either one of you, did you plan to have a car that was going to be good on short runs, knowing that you were probably going to come into a day, maybe you didn't know coming into a day that it was going to be just a series of heat races?
We didn't necessarily work on the short run per se, but really we didn't have an option to work on a long run. So it kind of worked out that way. But what we did really focus on was Jimmie and him making sure that he could tell us when the tires were going away on the race car. We did that in practice. We went the second practice session. We had 3 sets of stickers. We went 8 laps, and 7 laps. And each time he said that he could feel when the tires were going away. So we were able to kind of earmark that, pay attention to what was going on with our tires, adjust our setup to make sure that we were getting the most out of the car in those laps. In hopes that we would be short runs today, and it was.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Jimmie, when you look back to Friday's media session, and you look at some things you said, in retrospect, it showed an extreme amount of confidence. I mean, you were talking about, I just said, will a win here mean you're back? And you said, we're back already, and like that. You're too polite a guy to point to right center field and hit the ball there. But in your way, I mean, did you have that much confidence that you were sort of politely, quietly confident that you were almost calling your shot as the favorite?
No, I didn't feel like I was doing that. I felt like we don't have the results to show for it. Chicago was obvious. We had a great car. We're up front and finished second. But if you look back to Loudon, we were running down the 20 car. You go back to Michigan. I think we led the most laps at Michigan. I can't remember the races before that, but there were Pocono. We were up front all day long, led the most laps, or a bunch of laps, I should say. So as a team, we've known that we've been hitting on the right things. We could see the momentum. We just had a lot of races where strategy came into play and it didn't work out for us. And we just didn't get the finishes we deserved, but we knew deep down inside that we were running up front and making good progress. So that's where that confidence came from. It was just knowing that we're going down the right road.
Lewis